and many more. The magazine is produced bi-monthly at a subscription fee of 1,500 Kenya shillings per year. To subscribe, pay 1,500 Kenya shillings to M-Pesa paybill number 560700, account number, your name or the name of the institution or parish. Support and donations may be channeled on paybill number 560700. Email the message to nationalmirror@catholicchurch.or.ke with the M-Pesa message and your postal address for postage of the magazine. To advertise with us, call the Catholic Mirror magazine on 0704 416 809. We cover different diocesan events and great feature stories. Thank you very much for your continued support in Bishop's evangelization mission. May God bless you abundantly. We are the Catholic Mirror. Be my witness.
Wewe ndiwe Petro,
wewe ndiwe Petro, na juu ya mwamba huu nitalijenga kanisa langu, wala milango ya kuzimu haitalishinda.
Karibu mpendwa mtazamaji wa Capuchin TV, makala ya juu ya mwamba huu, sehemu ya 3 ya mahojiano yetu na mhashamu Askofu Luigi Payaro, aliyekuwa askofu wa kwanza katika jimbo Katoliki la Nyahururu.
Nowadays there is a very marked ways of evangelization in terms of as children, PMC, there are the youths, there are CWA women and Catholic men, yes, and other various prayer groups. What is your intake, or what's your input about the growth of faith in the last 10-15 years in the country?
The growth of faith?
Of faith and the manifestation of those groups.
Those groups are an expression of faith. And the people who go and become member of that group, they like it. Maybe unconsciously, it doesn't matter. But they know that the group that attract me, I want to be a member of the Choa. Why? I like. Yeah, that desire means that there is the grace there that needed to be developed. So the Choa developed their own gift that they receive through baptism, through a sacrament, to take their faith in the family. Don't speak about the MAN, the Catholic Man Association, which is so strong. And so strong, I mean, because we have a man really planted, very solid, you see, like this thing that they don't fall down because they are well planted, well sustained. And so the sacramental life should be really taught should really be known by the people. So our duty, who is our? Myself, you, the other one, all people, but especially we priests, bishop, priests, Christians, leaders, we have to be conscious that we received the vocation, because even the Chua have a vocation, even the men, even those boys here.
Yeah.
You see, we are old boys. We are old. Why is that they like to meet every year the older boys? And they selected one of them to be their chairman.
Are they parents now?
Those ones, they are Guka and Isnacha. No, it is, you see, the work of the grace of God. I fear sometimes that we may be an obstacle of the grace. It is easy to become obstacles to the grace of God. Nevertheless, we have not to be discouraged, because we are priests, we are Christians, and it is in His interest, in the Christ's interest, to keep us safe in our faith, because they pray the Rosary, even this Wakora here.
Okay.
Not all of them, of course, but what I started fearing a little bit is the question of the sacrament, especially the sacrament of wedding, matrimony. I have not yet meditated so much about that, but I fear about that sacrament, which may not be appreciated. Why in 20 years past to make a wedding? Where?
Big news.
Now, and is one field where we church, we priests, especially priests, have to look into. Is it in another way? Is it in a proper way? Because as any sacrament has its own graces. So the wedding sacrament is the one which unites the family. And they must have that strong unit which comes from the grace of God. So the husband and the wife must know not only their duties, not only to have money to send the children home or to send them to America to study, but that sacrament is something sacred, personal, with God only, you and God. That is what is sacred. It's a secret, but it is so planted in the heart that even God will not delete it. Such that if you are married, you are married. And you cannot joke, you cannot, what should they say, do whatever you want, no? No? If you embrace a sacrament, the sacrament is this one, the preparation is done, whatever, and the faith will continue. The faith is a gift, and God is God because He gives us gifts, and the first gifts come through the sacrament. We have received the baptism, the sacrament of faith. We have received so many other things, and it is where we have to meditate, to discover,
Askofu, they will tell you there are a lot of challenges in the modern
Yes.
contemporary world,
Uh,
how would they, for example, continue to abide together as a husband and wife amidst the challenges that they are going through? How would they overcome the modern challenges?
is a normal question. Is not an extraordinary question, because we live with that. The question is how. How is it come? How, what? The influence of the Naida world is so strong that our Christians should be prepared. And that is why we insist on the preparation of the sacrament. Preparation. What do we prepare? We prepare our mind and our faith. Because if our mind is on the sacrament, is on this Eucharist, well, I want to receive the Eucharist. And to receive the Eucharist with all the graces, I have to be clean inside. And so there is the confession and so on. There is an act of penance. Now, with all these things coming up, which came up, and they are there, and those good things now are becoming worse, because the devil works in what is good. Yes, what is bad is already devil. And the devil wants to enter in what is good, so that good thing there become worse. The wedding is an example. And it's a good example because it involves the life, it involves the Christian life, it involves the sacramental life, it involves the doctrine, it involves the normal life we live. And the normal life is under attack, because people seems to be more attracted by what is abnormal. And so, on one side we have the politics, on the other side we have the private life, which is involved in the politics, because we have to vote, we have to choose, right? But my Christian life should put something good even when I cast the vote, because it is my duty to be in the country. My Christian life is in my family, and I cannot accept parents. I cannot accept this one to go the other side. I want him to be so discussions, so questions, so thinking about what we are doing, because the love comes from God. To joke, to make funny, or the real love is against God. The love, what is it? What is it, love? Love is God, yes. But there are expressions of love. And the most fundamental, the most natural expression of love is the wedding, to be together, or with the other one, you and your husband. you and your wife. And now there, quote is there, are the sentiment. I should not confuse the sentiment with the reality. Sentiment of love are very dangerous. The reality of love is something solid that becomes solid through the prayer together, through the sacrament, through the graces of God that God gives, and to have the idea that God is the one uniting. Now they have the telephone, they go to bed with the telephone, and when they are in bed, under the blanket, you see, that is what they are doing. Like, come on, I tell them, maybe.
Well, those are some of the challenges that both parents and children.
Certainly, yes. These are the challenges that we have, all of us. And so the sacrament of matrimony, yes, is extremely nice. If you don't have matrimony, you don't have people. Matrimony comes from mater, the mother, mother. The mother is the mother which is the sustaining of the family. The father sustains the family strongly, in the sense that he is present, and this presence should irradiate whatever is good. Between them comes something else, and that is the devil that comes in easily because the sentiment of love is a common sentiment, but that common sentiment is so rich that it is expressed towards the love for the other. But if your love for the others is not for that one.
Juu ya mwamba huu tunaongea naye mhashamu askofu mstaafu Luigi Payaro, aliyekuwa askofu wa jimbo Katoliki la Nyahururu, askofu wa kwanza wa jimbo hilo la Nyahururu. Jiunge nasi baada ya kitambulisho.
Wewe ndiwe Petro,
Wewe ndiwe Petro, na juu ya mwamba huu nitalijenga kanisa langu, wala
milango
ya
kuzimu
haitaishinda.
Capuchin TV, your Catholic identity.
Ekaristi. Sakramenti ya Ekaristi ni sakramenti ya mwili na damu ya Yesu Kristo aliye kweli katika maumbo ya mkate na divai.
Kupata Ekaristi takatifu kama skiza tuni yako, tuma neno skiza likifuatwa na nambari 738100271 kwa 811. Capuchin TV, kitambulisho Katoliki.
wewe ndiwe Petro,
Wewe ndiwe Petro, na juu ya mwamba huu nitalijenga kanisa langu, wala milango
ya kuzimu
haitaishinda.
Karibu mpendwa mtazamaji wa Capuchin TV, makala ya juu ya mwamba huu, sehemu ya 3 ya mahojiano yetu na mhashamu Askofu Luigi Payaro, aliyekuwa askofu wa kwanza katika jimbo Katoliki la Nyahururu.
Is it the person who is inside that make the car big, or is it the car big that make the small person? You see, my service.
It's a modern challenge, Papa.
Why should I have a big car? If it is needed because the roads are impossible, nobody discuss about it. But it seems, and that is political, the politician big cars. Otherwise what? Otherwise you become what? The big cars, I can carry even the small child. The big car, yes. But the small child, does he become big because it is in a big car? The small child remains small.
Yes.
So this question is very interesting, you see. Because is it that they don't understand? Maybe they don't understand.
The Holy Father has, since last year, announced the year of the synodality.
Yes.
What does this mean to the local church, especially here in Kenya?
Well, it means that we have to inform people that they are free to say something concerning the church. If they see the old man called the Bishop Luigi making a mistake, they have a duty to intervene, because they cannot approve scandals, because he is the bishop, the old bishop, that is another thing. If he is stupid, is another thing. The stupidity covers everything. But if he's a normal person, behaving like a normal person, well, and the synod is to work together. Syn is to work. Hod, these are Aramaic words, and means together. We work together. Now, Christian here in Nyahururu, now, let us discuss about our church. What? Let us see how the faith can involve even our old churches, even our old mosaic, and so on. We discuss together. So we need the groups and so on, and organization. The synod is to work together, and there must be freedom when they meet.
Freedom?
Freedom of expression. And they say this is wrong. But to say it, of course they know why they say it. But the other one who hear that this is wrong cannot say no. No, just a moment. Let us, because anything there is something good. Maybe that a person who say such a stupid thing had in mind his experience, that he, in the past he went through some difficulties and he could not find a solution or whatever. So the synodality is to involve all the people, all the Christians, involve them, give them the occasion of expression, to express themselves in the simple way, in the simple language they can do it, showing something simply. So, and the synod is as it is something that give enthusiasm, because it gives the possibility of opening the mind. We should always be open, but there are occasions, time is an occasion. Tomorrow, from here, we move and go to Subukia. All right? We can go to Subukia on foot, we can go to Subukia with a car, we can go to Subukia with a matato, we can go to Subukia with lorries, all right, let us discuss which is the best way to go to Subukia. Why do we go? Because we want to express our faith. So the synod should become an expression of faith. Through all those things, is it a matato, is it a motorbike, is it a fight on the road, is it something? Okay, let us solve the problems and we go together. So it needs, it's not simple.
Two more questions, Baba Askofu. You have been in Kenya long enough to know what happens every election that comes up, election cycle, uchaguzis. What we who are citizens ought to behave.
Even myself, I am a citizen.
Sure. And how our leaders, those who
And
are.
I have already been registered as to vote.
Here?
Yes, I am a citizen.
Really?
I am a Mole.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm a take care of. Yes, I am.
Tell our viewers, tell the Kenyan people, the good behavior of a believer in terms of their duty to the country and how they're supposed to relate to those who are not necessarily in line with them, different political parties, but they are Christians, they are the same people.
Not because of Christian or because of not a Christian. Any normal person should respect the other. I should respect your opinion, but mine, I don't want you to think like me, because when we have two opinions, we are better than one. Let us discuss the two opinions, which is prevalent, which is more beneficial to the society. That is one thing. If I have example, as we had, that is a question of money, we are completely out. We are not human. Because I want to be elected, so I give money. Where is the logic? Where? Which means that those are elected are those with money. Is it so? Really? Is it so logical? And the other one who doesn't have money cannot participate, or maybe, yes, he's going to vote. Yes, let him go to vote. Let the church there, or your church, that you like, that you love, and so, to participate in that. You discuss, since she is a clever person, if she is sick is another point. But as a normal person, she can express the opinion, all right? She can express even the opinion by putting a sign here or there, and the freedom is seen there. But if we force people, because we pay them, because we give a church in the market 200 shillings, igro pizza e acqua e negheran olte vote idia Rocio. Rocio doesn't exist. Rocio doesn't exist. because it is today that exists.
Sure.
So, our leaders have such a responsibility that in front of God they never speak about God. Do they know that whatever they do, God knows? And the knowledge of God is what? Knowledge of God is love, is charity, is to be of clear mind, and so on. To go to vote is an expression of our freedom. I can express my freedom putting the sign here or here. But I prefer here. All right, put it there. Why do you prefer here? I don't really. When I put here, I receive money. So, the politics is only money. You see, it is, but if you speak with the leaders, they will tell you yes, no, what. Either they have a principle, human principles, or they create a confusion.
You have been in the country since 1963,
Yes.
almost 60 years next year. How good is your Kikuyu?
How good?
Is your Kikuyu language?
I don't know. They understand it. But I use it because
Pengine uongee na kina Shosho na kukaa katika
Yes.
jimbo la Nyandarua, jimbo la Nyeri, jimbo la Murang'a na kwingine kote kuhusu hasa wale ambao ni wazee. Hawezi kwenda kanisani Jumapili kwa sababu ni wazee, ni wakongwe, lakini kupitia kwa Capuchin TV wanatufuatilia. Ungewaambiaje wazazi kama wale?
da dobire Gekuyu, ni ondo deo Gekuyu ine, ni tigo kore Gekuyu matoraga. Gekuyu matoraga huko kwa huko. Jari nao. Nangwari aluga ereko. Jari Gekuyu. Tondo ne ogu diete na utoro wakwa. It happened that I was posted among the Kikuyu. Okay, let us understand each other. So I tried, and it, for me, it becomes natural to speak what I know, as I know to speak. And so I have no problem, let us say. Yes, I tried Kiswahili. In fact, I preach. I give homily in Kiswahili. To read Kiswahili is not a problem. Maybe the expression, how you express the tune might be a problem, but even if the tune is distorted, you understand it. So, yeah. And that is why I wish I could speak. But it happened like that in the life, so what can I do? I cannot go back, but I look forward, because the other one who is waiting for me there has no problem to understand. So.
Some of your happiest moments as a missionary here in Kenya, what makes you remember these are the years that you have spent here? Some of the happiest moments as a missionary here in Kenya.
The love of people, the understanding of people, because love includes understanding, love includes even charity, not money. Charity means the understanding of your mind, they understand my mind, and even if they see that I say something, yes, they go, so, no, I don't have a problem there. When I went for citizenship, there is an interview, you have to. I wrote that what I know is English, is not my language, but Kikuyu, because I am among the Kikuyu. Swahili, when necessary, I prepare myself. And I tried to understand. And what they asked me is to sing the anthem, national anthem. I said, I started laughing. I said, but should I sing? Yes, he said. So I sang in Kiswahili. Because I said, you see, I was one of the first, I said, who went around the school to teach the national anthem. Because, so, go.
Now you are mzalendo, Baba Askofu Luigi Payaro. Tunakushukuru kwa kuwa pamoja nasi, kwa kupata muda. Tunakuombea Mwenyezi Mungu akujaze nguvu, endelee kulea wale vijana rafiki zako na Wakristo katika jimbo la Nyahururu na popote pale ambapo Mungu amekutuma. Pengine nyumbani ni Padova ama sasa nyumbani ni Nyahururu?
He's here. Yes, of course. When I go there, I think about here. But when I am here, I don't think about it.
No.
That is how I can express. Nyumbani, I feel here that I go home. Yes, I go home, but I go home and oregoku. So you see, kai oregoku. I remember I was at home for November, and on 2nd November is for the death. I told the parish priest, my parish priest, there, I said, there are various ceremonies, and there is a continuous masses in the cemetery. You know, the cemetery is a public place. The cemetery is in the parishes, they have cemeteries. Each parish has a cemetery. There was even here in Nyahururu a cemetery somewhere where there was a common burial places. Even now there is a common burial place. But there, since all are Christians, there is that place which is well maintained. You should, have you never been there? Yeah. Have you visited a cemetery?
Yes, I did.
They are garden, like a garden.
Yeah.
So I told the parish priest, now, please, let me say the Mass today. It was 3 o'clock in the afternoon, because it is a little bit cold, so before evening. Because here I have my mother and my father. Not only that, my chochos and my kukasaria. So I went there and I celebrated the Mass. And the people there, who had their parent, their relative in that place, they were so many. I said, let us pray with them and for them, I said. And it was an hour of joy in one way. Some were crying because maybe the mother or the father or the husband or the son passed away, but there was a moment of satisfaction, being together, yes, but even being an expression of faith, of believing in the other world where we are going, you see. And when I think about that, I fear tondo andemo koro. Atia.
Hiyo ndio njia kila mmoja wetu.
Mungu ni mwema kila wakati. Amejiita mzalendo, maana yake ana uraia wa nchi ya Kenya. Askofu Luigi Payaro ambaye ameshuhudia kwamba alifika hapa nchini kabla ya uhuru mwaka wa 1963 na amechukua uraia uzalendo kuwa Mkenya. Basi kama yeye ambaye ni mgeni anapenda nchi yetu, tuipende sisi hata zaidi. Imekuwa ushuhuda wake na tunamtakia kila laheri na baraka za Mwenyezi Mungu. Kwako wewe na familia yako, endelea kutazama Capuchin TV kwa makala zaidi kuhusu imani na maadili kutoka mtazamo wa Kanisa Katoliki. Mungu akubariki na kukulinda.
Wewe ndiwe Petro,
wewe ndiwe Petro, na juu ya mwamba huu nitalijenga kanisa langu, wala
milango
ya
kuzimu
haitalishinda.
Capuchin TV, your Catholic identity.